Another day with ARIA KEI. So today I came here because I want to talk about something that I feel like, at least in my life, it's been everything. The topic, the theme is uh, change. Now, I I feel like my life story has been always related with change in one way or another. Like I liked it or not, it's been always the way I grow, the way that I live, and the way that I became the person that I am today, thanks to change. Change, I will align it with movement because I feel like change is maybe the word that we use usually, but I feel like movement, it's actually the big word. The important word here is movement, let's say, a more kind of my way, I would call it movement more than change, but change is a way to for everybody to understand, let's say. When I want to talk about change today, I feel like I wanted to, well, I started with the microshifts that I said before. You can just check it out in that video that I downloaded, I uploaded last time. Change for me, it's been everything because I want to be kind of, it is a bit of philosophical thing. I want to talk about change because I feel like change is so important in my life. It made me live life to the fullest, but at the same time, um, make me become the person I am today. So part of my identity, part of the person that I am today, things to be changed. That I make not just, I say a movement because for me it's been moving, change being moving from one place to another, but as well more in a deeper level, it's like change of in myself. Every time that I've been moving around, country to country, city to city, experiences with people, uh, culture change, lifestyle change. It's been all about change. But my change has been related with movement. Okay. Movement, let's start with what does movement for me. Movement for me, it's not only movement from physical movement, but as well uh, internal movement to myself that make me feel, think, and do things differently than I'm doing right now. Um, like change in a way. Now let's talk about change. Change for me, it's everything. I don't know how you guys feel about change in many ways, but for me, change, it's mainly physical. It's been mainly, but lately, the last few years, it's been internal change. We all can relate that we are not the same people uh, a year ago than now, unless you've been doing some routine every single day. Like in my case, I've known the same person like not even a month ago than now. Well, obviously, much change didn't happen. But last year, for example, I was um, living in Sri Lanka, surfing, having a surfing lifestyle, doing the surfing people do, like going to surf, waking up early, doing exercise, eating with friends, dating someone. This was a Sri Lanka thing, working online. There's a lot of expats or digital nomads, depends how you want to call it. For myself, it was just more like I was working online, but my time was more focused on surfing. That was my priority. Okay. Early this year, at the end of the last year, my priority changed. It changed in a way that I started to focus on my career again because I felt a bit like, okay, it's great surfing, but surfing is not going to give me money to, unless I'm a professional, which obviously, uh, surfing for 8 months, not gonna make me pro surfer, and people not gonna get sponsors. People gonna pay for doing that, obviously. So I decided to focus on my career, on my startup, on the business that I'm building. I am still building with my co-founder and business partner. And that's again a change again, like, and then I decided to move to US, San Francisco, Silicon Valley. Completely different life, right? From surfer, chill vibe, mostly focused on the slow life, to start a high, well, I mean, hype, it's start a lot high, but it's speed, fast, and get things done, get protected, being who is the most, basically compete and brag who's like more you work, the better. That's kind of a startup lifestyle, like it's a lifestyle. It's not a job doing a startup. You know, talking with other entrepreneurs or uh, business people who are like, business partners, people who are interested in business. And I found it very interesting because I saw that changing myself so much that you be you become a new person, because the person who you are, the person that you are when you're surfing, it's not the same person that when you're like full time working in startup and trying to thrive and succeed and making money, right? It's just you need to change a bit of your values and a bit of the work, because I feel like there's a lot of similarities, because to surf every single day and building a startup every single day, there's a lot of similarities, because when you surf, every day is different, and there's a lot of uncertainty. One day it's not up to you. Most of the things, sometimes it's the current of the water, the weather, the mood is very, very important. Also, some days you're more tired, and other days you are kind of like, whoa, you have so much energy, you can do it. You feel like you can do anything, right? Um, some days are good, some days are not. But I feel like this is a part of a human being. And the same goes for when you're building your stuff every day. There are days that you make money, or you make profit, or you talk with investor, or talk with another entrepreneurs, or another startup founders, and you get that motivation. But on other days that you're so tired because you're exhausted. Because lifestyle is hard, it's like summer surfing, and there's a. So I found a lot of similarities, and it's you became a good surfer um, by consistency and determination. And the startup life is the same. You need consistency and determination. Every day, you will get a little bit better. Um, and at the same time, the business life, the startup life, or entrepreneurship life, it's so uncertain. There's so many things that you cannot control, same as in surfing. So, even though that I started saying this is a super different lifestyle, I feel like at the end of the day, change is there, but it's just how what is your priority and what do you want to focus on. At the end of the day, if you are able to focus and be determined in one thing, you can be anything. So what I mean with this is like, I love movement, I love change, but I feel like what makes someone um, different is not what you do, but your values and principles, and how you stand up in life, how you handle situations, how you how how you go for what you want, go for your priorities, for your goals, make your dreams come true. It doesn't matter if it's suffering, if it's startup, or if it's like being the best mom. I think it's the same. So this is something I've learned, with everybody's like, wow, you're changing a lot, you're moving a lot. But I feel like you're moving a lot, but I feel like I think it's always the same. You just change, by the core these core values and principles and core, uh, let's say, soft skills, how you stand up for yourself and your character. I'm just wasn't finding the right word. Your character. It's what makes you different from everything. You will change. Lifestyle, whatever. Maybe you're not. You want. You're not gonna do it. I don't know you, but I felt like this is something I've learned. It's like no matter how much you change, how much you move, physical, emotional, what it matters is your character. So focus on your character, and you can handle any change, any movement, any uncertainty, any challenge. You know, I started as a change, but then I finished like character, and I like how these conversations evolved. This is a very I liked it. I liked it, and I hope that you can relate on this. Thank you very much for your time.